So this is, oh, alright, so the plan for today is to buy a new pair of shoes in town, which you're going to come with me for, because my current Vans are a little bit torn up, and I thought, you know, why not buy a new pair of shoes and make a spec ad for them? Which we're going to do right here in this living room. I'm going to just use whatever equipment I have, and we'll see what I can make. Hopefully I make something good. About 10-20 seconds at most. Yeah.
Alright, so here are the current state of my Vans. They've got these random ass rips on both shoes there. Which...
oh, sorry, no.
Alright, so it's a short 5-minute-ish walk into town, but it's a beautiful morning, so I might as well get some... oh, it's not too beautiful to be honest, it's meant to rain, but nice and calm as of this moment, so let's get some shots along the way.
There you go. Have a great day.
It's been a minute, my fellows. I've been trying to make my name well known. First they was telling me get the hell on. Now I get the room jumping higher than the sun.
Alright, so let's get into the haul of what I got. Firstly, I bought some new socks because I've been really needing some. My old ones are like so gross. They've got so many holes in them and they're like almost brown now. So I got these. They had a wee deal going on, so perfect timing. But for the main event, I got some Nike shoes. So originally I wanted to get some Reeboks because all the past shoes that I've bought have been Reeboks. They're so trusty. I've got oddly wide feet, so I don't find many shoes that I find that comfortable, and I find it hard to go out of my comfort zone. But since they were out of stock, I decided to kind of be brave a little bit, so I got these. And they were surprisingly quite cheap. These were only $90. They weren't on sale either. That's just their retail price. So I'm pretty happy with it. They're pretty comfortable as well. But yeah, this is what we're going to be making a spec ad for. I have no idea how we're going to tackle this because all of last night I was thinking about how I was going to make a Reebok shoe ad with the exact pair of shoes that I had in mind, but now we've got to go back to the drawing boards. This is going to be pretty exciting. It's got some orange accent on there, it's got a black tick, so it's got a little bit of variation in the color which I can play with. But for this little commercial thing, I think we're going to be limited to only shooting in the flat because I don't really want this to be someone wearing the shoes and showing that outside. Plus it's meant to be raining really soon. So let's get creative in here and kind of make it like a product commercial shoot for this, I guess. I don't know. But before I do that, I'm going to need to pick some music and storyboard the whole process. So I'll bring you along with that and show you how I get that done. Let's go. So for something like this where I'm only shooting like a 10-20 second short spec ad commercial, I really like to find the music first because I find that it helps me kind of get an understanding of what I'm about to shoot and what I need to edit. Like the pacing, the tone, just the general style of the video. So since we've got our product now, that's the first thing that we're gonna do. I'd just like to say that this isn't sponsored by anyone. I'm just gonna give you guys suggestions on what I actually use. So for me, I find my copyright-free music on MusicBed. It's a monthly subscription, depending on if you're like personal user, business user, or something bigger. There's lots of different plans out there for you. I've also used things like Epidemic Sound in the past, and I know others that use Artlist, and everyone says that whatever they're using is amazing. So if you're interested in finding some copyright-free music for whatever videos that you're gonna make, be sure to check those places out. I'll leave them in the link in the description box down below. But yeah, on to MusicBed. I'm just gonna play some music with the headphones, try find something, but I'm not gonna show you guys because I wanna get you guys to kind of see if it does fit. Once the editors all come together, I'll just go ahead and find a song for us and then we can get on to planning and actually shooting the commercial. So I think I've just found a song that I'm going to be using. It's really high paced, really hype, really cool. I really like it. But it is going to be 14 seconds, the clip that I'm going to be using for the video. So I need to make a full-on shot list for what's going to be going. And because it's so fast-paced, there's going to be so many cuts and so many shots that I need to take. This is the part that's going to require the most amount of work. So I'm going to have to sit down and actually kind of go through this properly. I'll show you a bit of the workflow and my thought process around that. But yeah, let's keep going. It's going to be cool. So at the moment, I'm about a third of the way through the storyboarding process. And for it, I'm using an app called Milanote, which you may or may not have heard of because they have sponsored a few popular, filmmaker YouTubers out there already. But when I came across it, I decided to give it a go, and it's actually really, really helpful. It's completely free. It's great for setting up storyboards, which is what I'm doing right now. And it's fantastic for even putting in like to-do lists, uploading photos, links, anything that you need for the pre-production process and to keep all the information in one area. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I think I'm just gonna try and knuckle it out because the storyboarding shouldn't take too long since I've decided to cut it down to like a 10, 12, 14 second video. So really short, really fast paced, but once I get this done, we can get into the shooting and that will be pretty exciting as well. So hope you're enjoying, stick along and then we can get into the real fun stuff really soon. So that's all the pre-production done now. So all these left to do is to turn this living room into our studio and that way we can get on with shooting. But that requires a bit of setting up, so we have to get right into that. So this is the backdrop all set up and now I just need to get the light down here and bring out my little lights that I have as well, and hopefully we can figure out a lighting situation for this, but super exciting. Let's keep going. Cool, so for this first shot that I've got planned, I want to kind of use this little light here. No idea what this is called. This is actually my girlfriend's that I stole off her, but I'm gonna be shining it over the shoe while the camera is on a tripod to get some really tight close-up shots of the logo, the main tick, and just other details about the shoe. So a slight problem is that my lens doesn't have a long enough focal length and the tripod's kind of restricting how close I can get to it. But we've got a Gorilla Pod, which means we can get this on the table so we can get nice and close up to the shoe and hopefully get the shots that way. But first I need to swap out these base plates. There's so much to do. Alright, so I've just finished taking all the detail shots of the shoe. It's turning out to be a little bit more difficult than I expected. It's a lot harder to shoot like this than I thought it was, and I'm not that experienced shooting shoes, but regardless, it's still pretty fun. We just need to move on now to the next shot, which is going to be the hero shot, which is going to be the shoe levitating in the air. The way I'm going to do this is going to get some fishing wire, tie it to the shoe, hang it on this boom stand, and that way I can mask out the fishing wire in post and give it the effect that it's levitating. Once again, never done this before either, so fingers crossed it turns out okay, but I think the editing will bring it all together. Let's keep going. So halfway through doing the shoot, I actually realized that I wasn't that confident in what I was doing, and my storyboard may have been a little bit too ambitious for my skills and capabilities with this sort of thing. So I decided to come upstairs, put my footage into DaVinci and just do like a little rough edit, and that way I was able to get a better understanding of what it looked like and where I was going with it. And so because I did that, I was able to head back downstairs, take some better shots and fill them in, and yeah, this is the final product. Bear in mind it's not the best thing in the world, but it is really fun to do, and I hope I can do more of these in the future. If you guys do want to see me do an editing breakdown of this, I can do that in a future video. Just let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy watching it. Alright, so that's my 10-second spec ad that I made for the shoes I got this morning. I know it wasn't the most complex video that you've ever seen, but it still proved to be a bit of a challenge for me because I've never done something like this before. I guess what also made it a little bit more challenging was having to document it along the way, which is why near the end I didn't get that much footage of me actually filming and editing it. I'm sorry about that, but if you guys do want to see more of that, just let me know and I can work towards showing you guys more on that side of things. But regardless, I hope you guys did enjoy watching the video, learnt maybe a thing or two here and there, and maybe inspired you guys to try this as well. It's not too difficult, just get your camera out, get a random object, just film whatever you want to, put it all together and just have fun. On that note, I'm gonna stop rambling now and I'll let you guys all go. So thank you once again for watching this video. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing week, day, however long it's gonna be till I see you next. But until then, I'll see you next time. Stay well.